And sometimes you have to learn the lesson again. Ooh, mad face. Ooh, that hurt, mad face. Before I get into everything, I need to teach you the lesson that apparently I had to learn all over again. Stop telling the enemy your plans for tomorrow. Oh, and that's a tough one for me to learn. Sorry, I can be very animated today because I hurt. But it is a tough lesson for me to learn for one reason. A big part of who I am, one of my biggest traits, has been, always has been, since I was a little girl until this very minute, that is talking to myself out loud. Well, and on my journey, I have learned it has never been, well, it kind of has been, to myself. But that's a whole nother video and tough for me to explain right now, especially that I'm hurting. But when you tell the enemy your plans of tomorrow, I mean, do the math. It makes it pretty easy to understand. What have you just done? You've given him all of the ammunition, all of the, heads up to your top secret plans. You've basically handed him your next move. And if you think he's not going to use that to his advantage, my friends, you are wrong. You see, I have explained, now it is time for me to share something massive. The biggest thing and the biggest part of my purpose from what I can see. It is going to change this world, and it will absolutely change my life from that moment on. And I'm not too worried about that part because, well, pew, pew, pew. That's what I'm here for. But by letting you guys know that I was ready to share it, in turn, well, I let him know too. And clearly, we see how that worked out. I am on here today for two reasons. Number one, to let you guys know I'm okay. I'm alive. The last thing I let you guys know was a couple of nights ago, I unfortunately suffered a fall. And it was bad. And, I was in the clear. I was fine. But Auntie forgot one thing in the windowsill. After taking my bath, I realized, oh, shoot, I need those. Those are my glasses. Oh, I was in the clear. I had bathed. I'd gotten out of the tub. Everything was fine. But because I had to step into the wet tub, the empty tub, to grab my glasses, I pivoted, I plied, and neither of them went well. I didn't really plie. It just sounded kind of poetic. I bobbed when I guess I should have weaved. When I went to turn, my feet came up from underneath me. And I hit that very, very concrete wall in between my bathtub and my shower with my head. Thwap, thwap. And the cherry on top. I don't know, it all happened so fast. I should probably get a ring camera up here. I have a ring light, not a ring camera. But all I remember was after that, I fell into the concrete shower wall onto my bad wing, directly onto my bad shoulder. The same shoulder that has no trap because of cancer and 2 inches of my motor nerve that had been devoured by my tumor that are now implanted into the back of my back. Yeah, full body weight right onto that poor little shoulder. I guess somehow I must have hit my hip too because I got hip pain too. But I wanted to get on here to let you guys know I'm alive. I'm just hurting really bad. And although I don't know if you can see it, I can. It's extremely swollen compared to my other little one. And yeah, you can see it. This part is actually, if you were to see me in real life, it is pushed forward compared to my other shoulder. And it looks to be about 1.5 inches, maybe a little bit more protruding this way. Oh, I was just hoping it was swelling, but with the pain that I'm experiencing and the obvious difference in my shoulders, well, they're concerned that I may have a dislocation. Either way, not something I wanted to deal with right now, not at all. So the past couple of days have been very difficult for me, not only for pain, but, let's just say Auntie is never really keen on ever have to have another surgery. I've been through some shit, already in my life. But I do have to point this out. Something really weird happened the night of the fall. I was getting ready to go to bed and I had to go potty, and I noticed there was a piece of paper in front of the door to my toilet that I have to go. It's in the path. And if I didn't notice that, I could have very easily had slipped on that in the middle of the night had I gotten to get up. So anyways, I was grateful I saw that piece of paper, picked it up, and I thought, what is this? Y'all, I know everything in this bathroom. I spend a very good time a majority of my time in the bathroom. Sorry, I hurt and it's hard for me to think and talk. I know every single thing in this bathroom. So when I picked this paper up and I saw what it was, you can only imagine my shock, my what, and my, oh my. Especially when it is a piece of paper, a few pieces of paper I remember specifically throwing away, but not in my bathroom. My husband threw it away in my hospital room in Ohio in 2020 after I had had said surgery for my cancer. Oh, I only got one hand. It is this. Yeah. It is my husband's pass because of the COVID situation to be able to come into the hospital after my surgery at the James Cancer Institute in Ohio. The map, how to get to me, and my husband's pass. All things I remember, and so does he. My husband threw away in our room when they were checking me out. So how is it that this piece of paper 5 years later just mysteriously shows up on my floor in my bathroom? In the same bathroom, I know every single thing that is in here, especially on my bench. And I haven't seen this thing since we threw it away in Ohio when they were discharging me after my surgery to remove my trap, my 2 inches of motor nerve, and my cancer. Well, if you know me, there's no such things as coincidences. And to see this, well, let's just say the spidey senses that I got weren't my favorite ones at all. With that being said, I'm going to try my darndest to make some videos today, but right now I have to start 3 of the very vital scans that they need to do on me today. These are the easy ones. X-ray neck, X-ray shoulder, X-ray hip. This is the one I need prayers for sure. This is a good one too. But mad face. Looks like I'm going to have to also get CTs and multiple MRIs as well. Especially depending on what we find today from the x-rays. I'm a tough little cookie. I really am. But this hurts in a way that, well, I've never felt before. And if I had a normal shoulder, I'm here to tell you, if this happened to this one and I thought it was dislocated for a second, no problem. I'll slam that sucker into a wall myself. I got no qualms with that. Easy peasy, save the deductible. Save that copay, baby. But when it comes to this one, I wouldn't even try. I wouldn't even dare, because I have no clue, and neither do my doctors here. They have no idea what's even left holding my shoulder in there from my surgeries. All we know is I don't have a trap. I don't have 2 inches of motor nerve, but I did have to have those ends implanted by the nation's leading plastic surgeon. I was very grateful they used him, implanted into my back somewhere. So ultimately, my wing is different than normal people, and we don't know what is in there even holding it on, in or in place. And in turn, we don't know what could have been damaged. And in turn, we don't know with that, if something was damaged, God forbid, what would have to be done to make it right. Anyways, I'm rambling, but I'm here to tell you I'm learning the lesson here. Stop telling the enemy your plans of tomorrow. Because trust and believe, an enemy would love that information, because he will do anything to get in the way. I've learned a couple of other lessons over the past couple of days too. Tough ones, but I'm going to need to share these as well, but just not right now. Stop telling the enemy your plans of tomorrow. It's called a sneak attack for a reason. You can't sneaky sneak if you tell them what you're about to do. Lesson relearned, Abba. You got it. All right, on that note, I got to go ahead and get these first 3 scans. I love you with my great big gigantic heart, I do. But if you could please pray that I do not have a posterior dislocation or any sort of a displacement of my shoulder or anything that was in there holding it on, I would appreciate that so big. Because I got things to do, yo, and I don't have time for a broken wing, especially now. Because I'm here to tell you, y'all, we're about to fly. And, I just, mad face. I literally just had a miracle happen with this. I just got to a point where I could do this with my arm, something I'm not supposed to be able to do according to physiology, according to structures of people's bodies. I don't have a trap. I don't have 2 inches of motor nerve. I don't have the parts that would make it ever possible for me to do that again with that arm. Yet if you saw my video, I was that little unicorn that my father used to gather many of the nations to the end of this earth. The unicorn with its horn. Yep, that's my unicorn horn. And how am I supposed to share that miracle when, well, my wing is currently strapped to my body? Anywho, that's what I got to say. I hurt. I love you. I'm alive. I'm here. And once again, I'm learning that same lesson. And a couple of others too. Stay tuned. I'll make more videos when I get back home. Oh, another thing I learned, I couldn't even straighten my hair yesterday, but this diffuser, one arm, I could totally do my hair curly all this time. Thank you. How's this new to me?